Welcome back to the Keeping It Wood podcast. 2 episodes in a row. I'm on a hot streak, guys. I told you I'm coming back with a vengeance. And today I got my guest, one of my dear friends, one of my mentors, and many other comedians in OKC, the mighty Julie Drake.
I'm not so mighty, though, and I'm trying to parallel park. I just did the worst parallel parking job. And I was like, I hope JJ's not watching. And, of course, he was watching.
I was watching. You know what?
I didn't want to hit the Mercedes.
No,
I was like,
fair.
I hit the curb, but I was like, the curb's a lot cheaper than a Mercedes.
It's like whenever people were like, I hope JJ's not watching,
Yeah.
I'm always there.
Yeah.
It's I caught like one of my friends, and this has happened like multiple times with other people, but I'll just be out walking my dog and I catch like one of my friends like walking out of like a walk of shame, and they're like, shit, and I'm like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah. I think that's like a law of nature. Like every time you're like, I hope no one sees me, you're going to see someone you're going to see someone, you know. Like every time I look like crap or I'm not. Like, there's been a few times where, like, I've lied to someone. I'll admit it. I've lied, and I'm like, oh, I'm busy. I'm going to be at home. And then, like, I go out somewhere, and they just happen to be there. And I'm like, of course.
Damn it.
I'm like, of course. That's why I can't lie, because I always get caught. So I'm like, I just don't lie anymore.
It's just not worth it anymore.
I
No.
always get caught every time. Every time. I'm like, how are, like, some of these other people, like, just running around,
Right?
lying ad nauseum, never get caught.
Just never get caught.
And every time I lie, I get caught.
They always get caught, and you know how you get caught is at Coldplay concerts. That was the funny. I had my my buddy Austin on last week, and we were just talking about it. Like, man, if they would have just acted normal, I never knew who that guy was.
Well, it would have never. So the reason why it even got uploaded is because of their reaction.
Right.
Because the girl that uploaded it talked about that's why she uploaded it. Because she was like, look. And then Chris Martin was like, either they're having an affair or.
Right.
And I'm like, they totally gave it away. But that's just like the nature of a guilty conscience. The way they covered their faces.
Right.
They like, come on.
Oh man, that was like what you always wanted. Like every time I go to a Thunder game, there's like a kiss cam. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I hope I catch someone on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hope I catch someone cheating on that shit. 'Cause it's just, I don't know. Don't cheat.
I have a confession though. Like everyone's been like dogging Coldplay, and I've been to a Coldplay concert.
Right.
One of the top 10 concerts I've ever been to. They're actually really good live, and I'm like, why is everyone dogging on them? Like, they're great live.
Yeah.
I know you said you weren't a fan, but
Yeah, they're just not someone that I'm like, oh, I want to listen to Coldplay today.
Yeah.
But if like, you know, Yellow comes on, or what was another song they had? The used to rule the world. Like that song.
Viva La something.
Viva la, not Viva la Vida. Is that? Oh yeah, it was Viva la Vida.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song was good. Like, there's like a few good songs. Like, I never thought I was gonna be like an Avenged Sevenfold fan, but then I saw them live, and I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this is sick. Like, they
Yeah.
are so good. Sometimes like you see a different side of an artist when you see him live.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, like, don't get. They could have just been like, just smile and wave, and then it would have been fine.
They
Like,
could have done nothing. But they panicked.
Yeah.
They panicked, and I'm like, I mean, it made like the front page, like it made international news.
Oh yeah.
International news. And the HR lady, she resigned today.
Oh no shit.
She resigned. She's HR, so can you imagine her next job interview? So why did you leave your last job? Well,
Yeah, I saw.
I was banging the CEO.
Well, my friend sent me a thing that she's actually married to another CEO, and then some girl like commented, she's like, "Save some CEOs for the rest of us, sis." Like,
Well, the CEO she's married to is like, he's like one of the wealthiest families, or he's part of one of the wealthiest families. And I'm like, why is homegirl even working?
oh, she gonna go missing.
Like, why is she even working? And the thing is, they've only been married for like 5 months. And she's already cheating. Like, why? Or that's just what I read. I don't know. There's been so many things floating around, but I do know she's married to an extremely wealthy man. And I can't figure out why she's working.
Yeah,
Like-
you never know what's true on the internet anymore these
I know.
days.
I was telling, who was I talking to? Oh, another comic. And I said, I love TikTok. I love it. It's amazing. But there's so many videos that are coming out now where you're watching it and the comments are like, this is AI. and you don't know if it's AI or not. I'm like, so I'm watching things and I'm like, I don't know if this is AI or not. And I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind.
Right.
And I think we're all going to get to a point where things are going to be out on the internet and we're not going to be able to tell if it's AI or real. And I think we're all going to collectively go crazy.
Have you ever heard of the dead internet theory?
No.
So there was like I think it was like Harvard professors, like they started this thing where they had like AI bots were like getting on Reddit, and then they were like posing as other people, and then they were just like kind of arguing with like real people on the internet and trying to like get them to change their mind about something. And it got like so serious that like they're like, oh well, this is getting way too real, and so they stopped it. But Reddit found out, and Reddit's like, yo, we're about to sue these dudes for what they did. And so like they said that they quit doing it, but it's like AI is probably like still going in that shit. So like anytime that like you argue with someone in the comments, or if someone like comments on one of my videos like you suck, I'm like, you're probably not even a real person, so like I'm not even gonna respond to that.
Yeah, I will say I had a TikTok that went, I guess, is it viral? I mean, it has like 1.7 million views. I don't know if that's viral or not.
It's pretty viral to me.
Okay. Well, everyone's got a different standard, and the comments, like I don't read the comments.
Oh yeah.
I don't. I think I just checked like a while ago because I'm still getting comments. There's like over 3,000 comments. And I'm like, there's no way on earth I would go through and read any of these comments, because I know, first of all, probably 90% of them are bots, or they're going to be something horrible.
Right.
So I don't read them.
Yeah.
I don't bother with it. I don't argue with people on the internet. I don't respond when people say nasty things. Like, you could post something completely innocuous and innocent, and someone will come along and say the worst thing.
Right.
And I'll just delete it, or I'll block them, but I don't ever argue with them. Like,
right.
Like you're arguing with the air.
Yeah. I just like don't have the time either. I learned my lesson about not reading the comments. This was several years ago, and my buddy was driving me home, and I was pretty intoxicated at this time, and where I'm just like Snapchatting, just like the lights on Broadway and stuff like that. And we ended up like, as I'm filming, we catch this woman like jumping on top of a cop car. So we like spin around, we're like, what are you doing? Like, get up there, do it again, you know? So she's like, okay, goes up there. We just thought she was like a homeless like crackhead. So she just jumps up on this cop car, starts like jumping on it. And then she like, I don't know, just ran off to the abyss. So anyway, I posted that. That shit goes viral. Within like 12 hours, every news station hit me up, and they're like, hey man, like, can we use that? I was like, yeah, it's like, as long as my friend and I aren't getting in trouble, like, like, oh no, you guys are good. Like, you know, we just the cops want to catch that lady. I was like, okay, word. And then I'm watching the news. I'm with my mom. We had popcorn out. Like, we were ready to just see this. And then the newscaster was like, what you see in the video is this, but what you hear is this. And it was me and my buddy like, don't stop, get up there, do it again. I was like, no. And then they're like, we just interviewed the woman's mother, and she is 22 years old and is diagnosed schizophrenic and just got out of the mental hospital. And they like filmed the mother, and she's like crying like, we just want to find her, da, 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 da. And I was like, oh shit. And I just like turned off the TV, and I was like, Mom, I swear she looked 30.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no.
And so, you know, that gets on like the Facebook and stuff, and I made the mistake of reading the comments, and people were after my head. They were like, that guy should go to jail, like lock him up, like he's a sack of shit. And I was like, oop, no more internet for a couple days. Like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, don't ever read the comments on that.
Like Carrie Underwood has a thing where she says she posts and ghosts.
Yeah.
She says, I post and then I don't respond to the comments. So she's like, all these people that are saying hateful things, she goes, they're literally talking to the air. She goes, because I don't read the comments.
Right.
And I think that's not that, you know, I'm like on the level of Carrie Underwood, but I mean, it's a really good idea because people say some really horrible things.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, what would make you say that to a stranger?
Yeah.
But to be fair, I was roasting a celebrity. So I feel like, you know, if I'm roasting a celebrity, I should be able to take it. However, some of it was just like
that's unnecessary.
yeah, like that was a little like someone was trying to like roast me. So she goes, you look like Stifler's mom. And I was like, thank you. That's like a huge compliment. And then she goes, oh, you're right. And then she told me I look like someone else, and I just deleted it.
Someone told me after a show, this last week, and they're like, man, you kind of look like Dusty Slay if he got his shit together. I was like, man, he's on a Cracker Barrel commercial, and he's got 2 Netflix specials. I think he's got his shit together.
He's got his shit together.
You know?
He's got his shit together.
Dude, I love the internet, and you're talking about AI, and like it does like some cool things. Like my feed on TikTok is just like AI Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. Like doing vlogs and stuff. That shit is so funny to me. It's like, hey, me and Downey's got like a Down syndrome guy's like, me and Downey just found a bag of cocaine. We're about to get wild. Like, Downey just got us kicked out of Applebee's, man. Like, it's little stupid shit like that just kind of makes my day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the internet's wild. I found this thing yesterday, and it was Akon.
The singer?
Yeah, Akon the singer was saying that his brothers would sometimes pose as him at concerts or like fill in for him at concerts. This is like before the internet, before like I guess people could like really research shit. But Akon's like, yeah, man, if I just couldn't be there, I would just send like one of my brothers, and they would just lip sync to my songs and pretend to be me.
Wow, I would not ever admit that.
He
I would
did.
never admit that.
He was like, he had one brother that would like, he would ask him to do it. But then there was another brother who's like, nah, he would just book his own shows and go do it. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. I did see this, I don't know, on TikTok, this is like my biggest concert pet peeve is Justin Timberlake has been getting a lot of backlash because at his concert, he's like literally just holding the microphone out and letting the audience sing.
Yeah, fuck that.
And I hate that because I'm like, I didn't pay all this money to hear the audience sing. I paid to hear you sing.
There's a lot of really bad singers in that audience, sir.
And I'm like, it's lazy. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, someone has said, or I saw a video today that was saying like he's just not really like into like singing and doing shows anymore. Like he really just wants to be an actor and producer now, and so like he just has like no urge to want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and that just kind of sucks. Like,
Well, then don't do it.
yeah, because like I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan. Like I love that dude. Like I think he's so like his acting is great. I love his music. I would be so disappointed if the first time I ever saw Justin Timberlake, he's like, "Here, you sing." Like, no, sir.
Yeah, they said that, and it was like clip after clip where he's just holding the microphone out and people are singing, and I'm like, I would be pissed because I have gone to like concerts where the artist is lazy, and I've ended up just like leaving before.
Yeah, I'm
like they obviously don't care.
No.
Yeah, so.
Man,
I'm gonna go home and beat the traffic. That's that's a very old person thing to say. I'm gonna beat the traffic, but
another concert where I have to sing. I'm gonna go ahead and beat the traffic.
Yeah, no.
Hit up Applebee's.
Yeah, no, I will never hit up Applebee's.
You know, after a show, the one time I ever did a show in Ardmore, I was like cracking jokes. I was like, "We're gonna go party at Applebee's," and we actually did go.
No.
And we went to Applebee's in Ardmore, and that was exactly what you would think. It's Applebee's in Ardmore. Wasn't really.
The last time I went to Applebee's, they had dollar margaritas.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And well, no, I thought it was gonna be like $1, like a good size margarita. I swear to God, it was like, you know those Dixie cups you have in your bathroom. Oh, no. It was like that size, and it was like drinking gasoline. I'm pretty sure my esophagus is like
McCormick tequila.
I think my esophagus like partially melted away. I was like, I am never ever, because like the waiter brought like this Dixie cup, and I'm like, what is that? He's like, that's your margarita. I'm like, this
for hobbits?
He goes, well, it's $1, and I'm like, I understand it's $1, and I drank it. I swear to God, it like melted my esophagus.
Yeah, you just like took a shot and just cleared out your system.
I think so. I'm pretty sure it was just gasoline.
Ugh.
But I was like, that is the last time I will ever be at an Applebee's.
I remember like, do you ever like drink Crystal Light or like put Crystal Light in your stuff?
I still drink Crystal Light.
So I went and partied at this frat house once, and they're like, this is our secret punch. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I want to try that. And I'm like drinking it, and I'm like, that's just water, vodka, and Crystal Light. They're like, shut up, man. No, it's not. I'm like, dog, like you can taste exactly what's in this. It's not special, bro. The only thing that's going to make it special is when you probably roofie it for someone. Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, that's your special punch, buddy. Like, this ain't it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it has been a crazy week. Ozzy Osbourne has died. Hulk Hogan died today.
I did. I got a breaking news alert when I was driving back from Tulsa that Hulk Hogan died. And I was like, and there's a lot of, I understand there's a lot of controversy around him, but you have to separate Hulk, the character,
Right.
the wrestler, from, his name is Terry Bollea or something.
Yeah.
Those are two different people.
Right.
So you can mourn like the Hulk Hogan character, which was a huge part of my childhood.
Yeah. Oh,
huge
same.
part of my childhood.
Yeah.
And like still go, yeah, the character was great, the wrestler was great, the man was not great. Those two things are both true.
Yeah.
But it was like a gut punch because him and Malcolm Jamal Warner,
Yeah.
like, I mean, and Ozzy in
Yeah.
the same week, like crazy.
That was the three. They always come in threes, apparently.
I know. I was getting ready to I was like, okay, so we have two. I was like, who's going to be the third?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan, I mean, he's 71. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I saw this meme today that was like Ozzy in the afterlife, dying of old age, like seeing all the rock stars that died, OD'd from drugs, and he was calling them pussies.
Dude, I remember watching the Osbournes. Like, that was probably one of the greatest reality TV shows.
It was the first of its kind. It's what started all these reality shows.
It was brilliant.
It was. And if you ever, like, when I watched it on MTV, I can remember, they had to beep everything out, which kind of made it funnier. And then I bought the DVD set. This was before everything was online. And I'm like, they say fuck like every 2 seconds.
Right.
Like I didn't realize how much they cussed.
It was like a censored Bone Thugs and Harmony album.
It was. But
My
yeah.
sister-in-law, my ex-sister-in-law, when I was in high school, she got me a Bone Thugs and Harmony CD, but it was all edited. And I was like, well, this sucks.
It's like Kids Bop then.
Yeah, right, exactly. I also, like, when I was in, I think I was, like, just starting high school or whatever, but my brother, he bought me the D12 CD, Devil's Night.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, though, was like, hey, man, can I borrow that? I want to burn it. I was like, yeah, for sure. And he goes, here, I'm going to trade you here. You can have this POD CD. And I was like, sick. And then he just never gave me that D12 CD back.
Yeah, that happened a lot with CDs where
Yeah.
you would like let someone borrow it and it would never come back.
Never saw it again.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember, I was telling someone the other day, I can remember like having to go to like a record store to buy like an album because it had a warning on it. Like we would have to get like someone's brother or sister that was 18 to buy certain albums because they had the parental lyrics on there. And now, I mean, my God, kids have like porn available to them on their phones.
You just like scroll through. I'll be like scrolling through Twitter or
Yeah.
X, whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
just in, like I was at a coffee shop today editing stuff, and I was like, "What is it?" Put that down. I was like, "There's a fucking titty there." Like
There is a TikTok, you know that trend now where it's like nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. It's like, and it shows people's like vacation fails.
Yeah.
Well, there was one that's, I don't know how it got banned, how it did not get banned, but it was a couple having sex in a pool.
Yeah, they were like throwing like the football or whatever. What are we doing?
And I'm like, I got like put on warning for saying someone looked like Shrek. I got like a community guideline violation, but yet there's adults having sex in a pool and it's like up at like 7 million likes and TikTok. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But we can't call people Shrek. And I'm like, there's actually children on this app
Right.
that might come across this. So get your shit together, TikTok.
Yeah. No, I've had a few like violations, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like appeal this or whatever. And they're like, why do you want to appeal this? I'm like, because there's worse shit on TikTok. And they're like, yep, you're right. Like every time like I've had that, I've always won.
I know. Every time like an appeal, like a ban, and I win, I'm like, I should go to law school. I mean, look at me. I'm brilliant.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, it sucks about Hulk Hogan, and I like what you said. It's like you got to separate the man from like what he did as a character. And you know.
It's like an actor, and like I feel like bad for Malcolm Jamal Warner because everyone was like saying, not Theo Huxtable. Well, that's not Theo Huxtable. That's
Right.
actually Malcolm Jamal Warner. And
Right.
I think sometimes people don't separate the character from the man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to, because I mean, he wasn't Theo Huxtable. He was Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Right.
Like just like Hulk Hogan wasn't Hulk Hogan. He was what can I remember his last name? Terry Boll or Bollea or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Hulk Hogan again, WWE and WWF was a huge part of my childhood, and he was like the biggest star arguably in wrestling. So it is sad to lose that character, but as a person, he was a piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, totally.
But yeah, I used to say like the same thing about like Kanye West. I'm like, guys, separate the person from the art. You know what I mean? Like old Kanye, and then he put out that like Hail Hitler song, and I'm like, guys, I was wrong.
Like I can't listen to R. Kelly anymore. I can't.
Oh no.
I can't listen to anything by like I used to love Danity Kane. Mm-hmm. Used to be like on my gym playlist. It's actually like their music's really good. Mm-hmm. And then when I start thinking about like what they went through to make that music, and I'm listening to it, I'm like, I can't anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I've had to clear off so much off my like playlist because I'm like ditties and all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, there goes like half my playlist.
I've been doing the same thing with Drake. Like
Oh.
anytime like a Drake song comes on, I'm like, nah, can't do it no more.
Yeah, he's a pedo and he's a pussy.
Yeah.
He's like the fakest. He's like the fakest tough guy that ever lived.
Ah, no. It sucks. He should have just stayed on Degrassi.
I mean, like, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, arguably, and a lot of people will debate this, had the greatest, in my opinion, Super Bowl performance.
Oh yeah.
Because people were talking about it forever.
Right.
And ever and ever. And it like, I think it ended Drake's career.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that dude was cooked.
Yeah.
That dude was cooked. Even like when he won all the Grammys and the entire crowd goes, "A minor."
I know.
I was like, let's go. Dude, there was one thing that the last year taught me with 50 Cent and Kendrick Lamar is sometimes being petty is so much fun.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
50 Cent is the king of petty. Like that dude is he's been trolling Diddy that whole case.
I
man.
live for 50 Cent's posts.
God, he's so hilarious. What was it? Did you see the thing the other day where he posted? It was like Rick Ross was like caught
Yes.
on a boat kissing a dude, and
Yes.
it was like his face. Yeah, dude. 50 Cent is hilarious because one, what are people gonna do? Like, I'm gonna fight 50 Cent. Okay,
No.
a dude got shot 9 times. Like, I think he just doesn't give a shit anymore.
He doesn't. I live for 50 Cent's post. But then someone had a good point in the comments. They're like, do you do anything besides gossip? I was like, that's fair.
That's fair. I mean, but he still runs like a lot of businesses and stuff. And
Yeah, he's got a film studio in Shreveport.
yeah.
And I guess he's revitalized Shreveport, which I don't know if you've ever been there, but it needs a lot of revitalization.
Okay, so I went to Shreveport last year for a show.
Yeah.
But it was at like a VFW or American Legion. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And we didn't I wanted to scope it out more, but the part that I was at was beautiful. It was right on a lake. It was just great scenery. I was like, I like this. And then we stayed in Longview, Texas. We drove 45 minutes to stay at a hotel in Longview, Texas. I was like, why can't we just stay here? I wanted to try some of the food, but that's just not how it panned out. We ended up going to a strip club in Longview, Texas, and
But those were top-notch strippers.
they were top something, but not notch. It was yuck. I remember I did a show in Grand Junction, Colorado, and when they originally booked me, they were like, hey man, we're gonna get you a hotel room. I was like, sick. And originally when I booked the flight, I got a 6 a.m. flight there, but it was gonna be a 6 a.m. flight the next day back because I had a show here. And when I got there, the guy hit me up because, hey man, so it's not actually, the hotel room is actually a spare bedroom in our house, and we have a 4-month-old baby.
Oh, I remember this story.
Earplugs. And I was like, yeah. And my buddy was like, yeah, there's a strip club that's open until 4 a.m. And I'm like, well, we're just going to pull an all-nighter then. And the strip club in Grand Junction was also not top-notch, man.
I remember I used to work, I used to work by the Red Dog. And one night this was when my kids were smaller. I didn't have my kids for some reason. I think they might have been at church camp or something, or camp or something. And a bunch of my coworkers were like, Julie, you have to go to the Red Dog on Wednesday night because it's amateur night, which is like open mic night for strippers.
Yeah.
And they're like, just anyone can get up there and strip. I have to tell you, might have been one of the single greatest things I've ever seen in my life, because there were women that had absolutely no business stripping that were up there with all the confidence in the world. I mean, and it was just like, wow.
Dude, confidence be a motherfucker, bro.
Like, and we see it in comedy all the time, where someone who's like, I've seen people like bomb to the sound of like nothing, and I'll come off stage and they'll be, what'd you think? And I'm like,
crushed it.
Yeah. And I'm like, did you just, okay? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you're delusional, so you can just.
That's one thing I've never understood, and there's a lot of comics that still do it, but they don't record their sets. Like not even audio. Like I record every single set I do, just even if it's just audio, because I'm like, okay, there's gonna be something, even in like one of the worst sets, there's gonna be something that I find positive in that. And there's so many like, yeah, man, I feel like that went good. I was like, yeah, did you record that? And they're like, no. All right. Well, yeah, it went well for you then. I hope you sleep well tonight.
But what happens on stage is really crazy, because sometimes I've thought I've had a really good set, and then I'll like listen to the audio or watch the video, and I'm like, that didn't go as good as I think it did.
Yeah.
Or I'll think that was horrible, and then I watch it back and I'm like, that was actually really good. So I don't know what happens up there, because it still happens to me where I'm like, I wasn't feeling that. And then everyone's like, no, that was an awesome set. And I'm like, was it?
Yeah.
But I mean, people see different viewpoints of things. So,
Right.
And we're like, I'm really hard on myself. And I know the second that a joke doesn't hit, I know the second an audience doesn't like me, I know it. And like I can feel it. So it's like, I got to turn this around really quick. Because if they don't like you, you've got a short amount of time to change that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be, because I do like long sets now. So I'm like, if they don't like me immediately, like it's going to be a really long 30 to 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been like trying to like focus on like not being too high or too low on myself afterwards. Like I used to like beat myself up after a bad set. And I was like a bad like open mic set. I'm like, what am I doing? It's like an open mic set. And I tried new jokes. Like, why am I beating myself up over that? You know, like.
Let me just say though, I have noticed how many open micers and comics treat a mic like a show, and so they're like, "Yeah, I just killed it," and I do new stuff most of the time at a mic, and so I have no idea if it's gonna hit or not, and I'm perfect. If it doesn't hit, I am perfectly okay with it. And so there's a lot of comics or open micers that will kind of like be like, well, I killed it. You you blew it. You bombed. And I'm like, this is practice. This is practice. If I bombed at a mic, great, because it wasn't at a show.
Right.
If it didn't work, great. Now I've got it out of my system. Now I can work on something else.
Right.
And I can move on. But I mean, I don't really like go home and like cry about it or anything, because it's practice.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't understand people that treat it like a show. And they're like, because you see it all the time where people go up and it's the same jokes they've been doing for forever. I'm like, why aren't you working out new stuff at a mic? And I know it's because everyone's afraid that like the comics will see them and bomb, and it's embarrassing. Like even when I'm doing new stuff, of course you have no idea if it's going to work, and it bombs and it doesn't work. You don't really bomb at a mic. It's still embarrassing. It doesn't feel great.
Right.
But at least it was new stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. You were talking about you've been doing longer sets, which is true, because you are headlining the Loony Bin in Tulsa August 17th.
Yes.
So stoked for you. That's
Thank
so
you.
dope, because that's the second time you've headlined the Loony Bin in Tulsa. You headlined Little Rock. You headlined Blue Room, and was it Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
You've headlined Bricktown here.
Bricktown, Tulsa, Spokane.
You did Tulsa as well. Spokane.
Yeah.
Crushing the game, dude.
Yep.
I love it, man. It's so cool, man. I love like watching someone who and I genuinely do mean this, like someone who works their ass off and is constantly writing stuff, constantly trying things and succeeding. I love it. Like, I love seeing those opportunities come to people who deserve it, man. So,
Yeah.
And you're definitely one of them.
I will say that headlining, like when you have your own show, the worst part about it is promotion, selling tickets.
Yeah.
That is not easy. That is like that is like the hardest part.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Well, there's 108 fire subscribers on this YouTube channel. And I think I've got like 4 listeners on Spotify right now. Guys, buy your tickets to Loony Bin Tulsa, August 17th. Go check out Julie Drake. It is hilarious. No, you really are, man. I'm so happy for you. It's so cool. Like sometimes you see like some comics do stuff and you're like, God damn it, like why? And it's like you gotta like try to pull yourself out of it. But like it's just really cool when you see someone who like really deserves it, like get great opportunities like that, you know? And
I will say the only time I get really upset is when someone has like not earned it, like they've cheated, you know, and
cut corners
and they're getting opportunities that they didn't earn. That really irritates me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's going to happen, and it happens in every comedy scene. It happens everywhere, happens in all aspects of life. So was like, I have to get over it.
Oh yeah.
And just the only thing I can do is just keep working. And hopefully eventually, you know, it'll catch on.
No, yeah. It's, you know, like both, you and I are both like really into like the whole spiritual manifestation stuff. And it's like the one thing that I've really just been practicing lately is just let it go. Like, I mean, just have fun. I've been like really enjoying just going and doing mics, having the shows that I have. Like this year has been, I've been booked like the least amount this year since I've started comedy, but every show has just been great. You know what I mean? And so like I've just been like very grateful for it, and just I don't know, I just love just coming home and just kicking it with my dog, and I love walking down this neighborhood and just like everyone knows me and stuff like that. Like, and still like to this day, like I'll be out somewhere and someone's like, wait, you're the comedian, right? And I'm like, oh, that's so fucking cool. Like, yeah. You know? Like I dig that. So there's like little things that I've just been noticing that when you just let it go. Like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I was talking to one of my buddy, Chandler Roan, and he was talking about like what Anthony Jeselnik was telling him and stuff. He's like, you're gonna get famous when you're meant to. You know, he's like, just keep writing, keep doing your stuff. And
well, one thing I tell new comics all the time is, this is gonna sound like shitty, but like you're not as good as you think you are in the beginning. Like, I know your friends and your family are telling you you're great, which is great because, you know, but you're not as good as you think you are. And so I've seen so many comics think that they're way better in the beginning than they are. And they get in front of bookers and club owners and managers and they're terrible.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is trying to rush it is that these club bookers, they have very long memories. And so once you get in front of them and you stink it up, they remember. And I saw this with the owner of the Loony Bin that's, you know, the Loony Bin here that's no longer in existence. And yes, RIP. And she would, you know, give people opportunity. Like there would be like people like, I'm the best. Like, you're never in the room when I'm there. You're never here. And she's like, I'll watch you. And then they bomb or they're terrible. And she's like, why would they want me to watch that?
Right.
And that's all she can remember is that they were terrible and that they bombed or that they did something really hacky. And that's all she thinks about when she sees them. So it's better just to like, I know everyone's excited. I know like everyone wants to get going and be famous and do things, but you know, pace yourself.
Right.
Because I can remember comics that would be like wanting a second chance. And she's like, not really, you know?
Right.
Or she would give them a chance to like host like a triple feature or an open mic night. And I mean, I saw some of the worst performances that I'd ever seen there, and they were in front of Terry, and she never gave them another chance. Yeah. Never.
I always kick myself for not going there more, because the last time that I went there, she like pulled me aside. She goes, hey, I didn't get to see all of your set, but what I did see, I liked, and I would like to see more, so I hope you come back. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then they closed. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, and she was really good about like developing comics.
Right.
But I will never, and she was always like, yeah, you don't ever want to get in front of a booker until you're ready. She's like, because that's all they're going to think about.
Right.
And she's like, and you have to understand, we have comics, like hundreds of comics clamoring for us.
Mm-hmm.
So once we've seen you and we don't like you, you know, too bad.
Yep.
So just like be patient and wait, and it'll all come when it's supposed to, but don't force it or try to rush it.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, August 17th, Loony Bin Tulsa.
Yes.
Go scope that out. I've got a few questions here. I get these emails from this little site, and they just have like random like questions that people ask on like the internet. And okay, so this girl says, my daughter is out of control, badmouths me, and she goes in and out at night and sometimes doesn't come back till the next day. She is barely 15. How can I control her behavior? Take her to Dr. Phil, and then maybe she can become a famous rapper.
Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
Multi-millionaire.
And then you make money. So
Yes.
honestly, this is probably a blessing in disguise. Let's see. Can weed addiction lead someone down a dark rabbit hole?
Weed addiction?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No.
I've never heard
I
anyone.
didn't think it was. One of my buddies, like girlfriends, was telling me the other. She's like, no, it is. Like I get like withdrawals and stuff, and I'm like, you're dumb. Like,
I've
don't.
never heard anyone like have to go to rehab for weed.
Yeah.
It's
What
like-
was in Half Baked and Bob Saget was like, have you ever sucked dick for weed? I used to suck dick for coke, man.
I've never like seen anyone like smoke a joint and go home and beat their wife or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like weed is like, I think probably very necessary in today's world.
Okay. Oh, here's a funny one. I'm 27 and tired of going to work every day. 65 seems so far away. What can I do to get through it all when I really don't have any dream to aspire toward?
Oof. That's, well,
You know, I have no faith in this generation anymore. They're getting worse.
have you ever seen all the TikToks of like where they like at the end of like an 8-hour shift, they're like crashing out?
Oh,
Because like they had to like work. Like there's a story. This is how bad this generation is. There's a story of this McDonald's manager in New York who asked a 16-year-old employee to take the trash out, which I've worked at McDonald's, Brahms, you know, all the time.
Yeah.
Go take out the trash. You know, I didn't want to do it, but I did it.
Yeah.
So the teenager says, no, I'm not taking the trash out. And so she goes, fine, clock out and go home. The kid calls their mother and says, she just cut me. The mother like brings someone up there to fight the manager, and the manager felt threatened, and so she stabbed the mother. Like, how did things get to this point? Like how? Like how?
There was a guy at my bar, and he was telling me, like, he works at a bank or something like that, and he had someone that was calling him about a job interview, and they were like 22, and he goes, is it okay if my mom comes with me? What? Mommy approves of this job.
I used to do, I know this is hard to believe, but I used to kind of do HR. And I would have to interview our job applicants. And I can remember asking this guy a question, and he just looked at me dead serious and he goes, pass. I'm like, pass? He goes, yeah, I don't want to answer that. Pass. And I'm like, no, you have to answer the question. And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, I don't think this is going to work out. I mean, I had people bring bags of hot Cheetos to the job interview and eat the hot Cheetos during the job interview, lick their fingers. And I'm like, no, like
Hard pass.
like that's a no.
I've had some pretty bad job interviews in my day. Oh God, this is so bad. I was living in New York, and I was like interviewing for this restaurant, and the lady, like, we started off, we were kind of joking around. I felt like I had a good rapport, and she goes, okay, cool. So what's your flexibility like? And I was like, I used to be able to like touch my toes, but I'm not as young and limber as I used to be. And then she just immediately was just like, I was like, I'm just going to go. I was so bummed out about that. And then I went to another job interview, and this is a restaurant. It was like a Rudy's, I think is what it is, like a hot dog place. And they're like, oh, cool, man. Hey, your resume looks good. You know, you've done some cool things. You we should need you to go over here and like go take this drug test. And I was like, I'm just gonna head on out of here, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is the service industry, bro. Like, we're gonna smoke weed.
You're all on drugs.
Yeah, we're all on drugs. I actually had to go take a hair follicle test.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they shaved my armpit, which I was like, because I was cracking jokes and I was like, hey, I washed my hair today. Is that an issue? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, we're just gonna take your armpit hair. And I was like, oh, well, that's gonna test positive for degree.
Oh wow.
And
no.
they're like, no, it's okay. They like got like an alcohol wipe and just made me like wipe it all off. And they shaved my armpit, which I was like, it took me a long time to grow that. You know, I was so proud in high school to have armpit hair after all those years, you know.
Right.
And yeah, then I was like kind of cracking jokes at him. And I was like, if your machine doesn't test positive for THC, that thing is broken.
Yeah.
And I told my buddy about that. He goes, don't do that. He's like, that, like, I guess those nurses get like an extra like payday or whatever if they like turn people in. Like, by the way, this guy actually said he's high.
Oh,
like,
I gotcha.
I was like, that sucks.
The first job interview I ever had when I first moved to Oklahoma City, I did not live here, of course. I drove down here, which I didn't have the money to drive down here, you know, but I drove down here. I come downtown, which I didn't have like money to even park barely. So I go, it's for this insurance company, and I'm in the elevator and there's this lady coming towards me. And I was like, ha ha ha. And she was like, hold the elevator. And I hit no. And ha ha. You know, I was like 21 years old. I thought it was the funniest thing. So then I go up to the interview and I tell the receptionist, you know, what I'm there for. And she's like, okay, you know, Lisa or whatever will be out in just a minute. And Lisa comes out and it's the lady who I wouldn't hold the elevator for. And we just looked at each other and she goes, yeah, no. And I didn't even get an interview. I had to go home. But to this day, I still hold the elevator. I don't care. I'm holding the elevator. And I was so mad at myself the whole time because I really didn't have the money to drive down here and then tolls and then parking downtown. I mean, it really I was like, how stupid am I?
Yeah.
That I had to take a day off work, which I don't think I was getting paid for, to come down here to completely fuck up a job interview so bad. I don't even get to talk to the lady.
Right.
But it was just her face and we just looked at each other and she goes, yeah, no.
It's like, I'm a head on out, huh?
I was like, yeah, okay. And the receptionist is just like looking like, what the hell? And I'm sure when I left, she told her all about it. But I'm like, I'm a stupid bitch. You know that? I am really dumb.
How shitty would it have been if you just like got stuck in that elevator?
I know. And then here she comes.
You know, when I first moved to Oklahoma City, I was 20 and I was going to a job interview, but like this is before like we had phones with like GPS and stuff on it. So I got lost and I called the place. I was like, hey, I just moved here. I got lost. I think I took a wrong turn. And they're like, hey, if you're not going to show up on time, just don't show up at all. And I'm like, well, okay, fuck you. So that was shitty. You said like you're moving apartments.
Yeah.
What are the pros and cons about moving?
Well, good thing is my new apartment has a balcony, so if I want to jump, I can finally jump.
Have a real bad set. You know what?
Yeah.
Did the best I could. All right.
Yeah, that's the plus side. I can finally hang myself off the side of a building because my current building does not have a balcony for me. So that is nice that I will have a balcony, which has really been bothering me that I don't have like an outdoor space I can step into.
Yeah.
I think we came here and did your show and you were showing me the balcony to this apartment building.
That's nice.
I think I was saying like how much it bothers me not to be able to go outside and get some fresh air. So that's nice. It's in a better area, which my area was great for. I've lived in this area before, and in the last like year, it's really just gotten unsafe. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't think anything changed. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, it's not safe. Those are the benefits. The downside is the actual moving. God, that's gonna suck.
Because it's like right in like The dead of summer.
The dead of summer. Yeah, I have movers coming, but they're coming tomorrow at 8 a.m., which is great because it's not too hot then.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully we can get it knocked out before it gets too hot. So that'll be nice. And then I can just be done and over with. Now, I will tell you something crazy that I did. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm a very, I'm a pretty, structured person. So I looked for a new apartment for months. Could not find anything that had, if it was in the area that I liked, it was too expensive or had horrid reviews, right? Mm-hmm. So then I find this apartment building and I'm like, well, it's in the area that I like. It's the price that I like. It's the size I like. It had check. I look at the Google reviews as a 4.5 rating, which is unheard of.
Right.
Everyone's raving about this place. So I called up there and I said, hey, I'm going to be moving on this date. I only will live in an upstairs apartment because I've lived downstairs. I don't want to hear my neighbors. Mm. So I was like, what do you have? She goes, actually, we have one unit that's upstairs coming available on the day you want to move in. So she's like, I know. Oh. So she goes, you have to apply. And they're really strict. So I was like, okay. So I sent my application in and she goes, okay, you're approved. A couple days later, they sent me an email. You're approved. You have to pay your security deposit within 48 hours. Or, we're going to give that apartment or, we're going to let someone else lease it. And so I called up there and I said, do you have a model apartment that I can come and look at? She goes, no, we don't. So I've never seen the apartment I'm moving into. I have no idea. It's sight unseen.
Oh, man.
I know. Isn't that crazy? I know. But but I did ask, there was some ladies out by the pool when I went to go look at the property at least. I was like, let me at least go look at the property.
Get the inside scoop.
Right before I paid before I paid a deposit. And they all just raved about it.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, I think I can take a chance, but it's pretty wild to move into an apartment that I've never seen.
Right.
That's weird. And it's given me a lot of anxiety. Tomorrow, I go get my keys tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I've never seen this place. So I'm like, I don't even know if I have carpet in there. If it's hard, I have no idea.
Is it hardwood floor? Is it carpet?
What? I have no idea where anything is supposed to go.
You go in there, it's like a shag rug, it's like a disco ball.
It better not. Better not.
The bed comes out of the wall.
It better not. So it'll be very interesting to move into a place that I've never seen. But comparatively speaking, for all the apartments that I looked at, some of these apartments are as much as a mortgage or more.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Every apartment building that I liked was I was going to be paying close to $2,000 a month. I'm like, I'm not paying $2,000 a month in rent in Oklahoma City.
No.
Are you kidding me? And the reviews were shit. So I was like, all right, this is crazy, but I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I was like, it's only a year and I'm gone a lot. So,
yeah.
And if it ever gets bad, I'll just jump.
Because I have a balcony.
Because I have a balcony now. Thank God.
Don't end up like Scott Stapp. Did you? I said it.
Did he jump off a balcony?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I said this on the podcast that's coming out tomorrow. We're recording this on July 24th, and the podcast that's coming out tomorrow, we're talking about it. So Scott Stapp got saved by T.I.
By T.I. the rapper?
Yeah. So Scott Stapp was just out today. He jumped off a hotel balcony and he didn't unalive himself. And T.I. went outside to go smoke a joint. And he was like, oh shit, there's this dude out here all bloody and stuff. And he goes, he's like, hey bro, you all right? He's like, hey, let's get you an ambulance. We can smoke this joint. We'll get you an ambulance. You're going to be okay. He had no idea who he was. It was Scott Stapp from Creed. He's like, no idea.
I've never heard this story. This is crazy.
Oh my God. He never. So Scott Stapp's like, yeah, T.I. ended up saving my life. And
wow.
Yeah. So Scott Stapp, tried to jump off with arms wide open.
Oh no.
To go 6 feet under.
Yeah.
And then T.I. showed up and said, hey, I could take you higher.
Oh.
The joke writes itself. But it was funny. Then T.I. remembered. He's like, oh shit, I did meet this guy when we were working on the music for Passion of the Christ. This is a completely true story. You can look this up.
T.I. was working on Passion of the Christ?
Yes.
This story just gets weirder
It
and
was so
weirder.
fun. My buddy was like, I told this to my buddy, and he was, I don't want to believe it. And then he's sitting there and he's reading it, and he just threw his phone. He's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Because it just got weirder and weirder as time went on.
You know, if I tried to kill myself and I didn't do it, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, someone just give me a gun.
So yeah, Julie, you've got August 17th at
Yes.
the Loony Bin in Tulsa. Anything else you want to add on to this?
So the tickets are on sale. Sorry, I had like a glitch. What do I want to say? LoonyBinComedy.com. You need to buy them before the show because, you know, if there's no sales, there's no show. So
Yep. Don't want to cancel that.
yeah, I have a handful sold already, but, you know, we need more. So
Yeah, let's pump up those numbers, guys.
yeah.
That's awesome. Julie, so happy. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
great. I'm loving watching the success. Guys, like, share, subscribe this episode, all that good stuff. JJWoodComedy.com, at JJWoodComedy, all your social media platforms. Blue, blue, blah, blah, blue. You guys have a good night.